and the positive goes to this one, negative goes here. So hey guys, welcome to VBuilds, and I've been trying to escape Arduino for a long time now, but because it includes some coding and stuff and it's not everybody's cup of tea. But turns out you cannot escape it if you are into DIY. So if you are completely new to Arduino, this video is absolutely for you. Stay tuned and I'll tell you how to do all that. So let's get going. So this is an Arduino. It comes with a USB cable which you can connect with it with your PC to program it. So this is Arduino Mega. You can also buy a Arduino Uno, which is cheaper but does the same thing, except it has a few less number of pins, so you can use less number of inputs and outputs to it. So basically, what is an Arduino? Arduino is just a small computer in which you tell it that if I give you this input, you have to give me this output. So let's say I have connected 3 buttons to it. Those are inputs. So I'll say just like your laptop, where if you press the Windows button, it should pop up the window start menu, right? So it's the same thing. It's just we give inputs to a few of the pins and you are supposed to get expected output. So that depends on how you program it. So this is about Arduino. This is the power supply. So once you have programmed the Arduino, if you are not doing any serial communication with your laptop or computer, you can directly plug it into a 5-volt power supply and then use it as you require. Let's talk about the pins. These are some power pins. Power pins, like you'll have the ground and 5 volts. So positive, negative. Basically ground is negative, 5 volt is positive. These are the analog pins. So let me explain digital and analog first. So let's say with an example, in your home you turn on the light and turn it off. So that's basically digital because there are only 2 states, either the light is off or it is on. But when you consider a fan, in the fan you can turn it off, on, and you can put it to multiple speeds. Like it can be slow, it can be fast, very fast, and all that. So that is kind of analog. So you can have more than 2 values for analog, and for digital you have only 2, on and off. So that's basically the idea of it. So this board has from A0 to A15 15 analog pins, and then from 13, I don't know, there are so many digital pins. So the most basic thing first, let's start with an LED. So what we'll do is we'll make a LED go on and off with using this Arduino. Here is a breadboard which we mostly use for test connections, and you can use any color LED that you like. So positive, negative, these pins are connected in a row and these pins are connected in a column. So for LED, the shorter pin is negative and the longer pin is positive. So we put the shorter pin in the ground, and with the LED you need to use a resistor. So because the Arduino outputs 5 volts and these LEDs usually work at 2 volt or something, so if you connect it directly it is going to burn out. So just we connect a resistor on the way, and this is 3.3k resistor. How you determine the value, there's a formula for that, but that's out of the scope for basics. So I'll just tell you how to determine. So basically you can start with a higher resistor. If let's say this is 3.3k, so you start with the higher resistor, and if the LED is too low, you just switch it with a lower value resistance. So that's how you determine. And the resistor is connected. Next you need is a ground from Arduino. So you can use these ground pins, or there's one here as well. So I'll be using this one. Doesn't matter which you use, it's all the same. Too far. I'll use this one then. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ground. Always confused. Okay, here's the ground. I connected to any of these. So now this endpoint is connected to ground with our Arduino. Okay, and next is you need output from the Arduino. So I'll be using pin number 8 as the output, so I connect it to pin number 8, and then I will connect it to the other end of the resistor. So that is all the connections you need to make for LED. The connections are done. Okay, let's start. So for writing a program in Arduino, you need Arduino IDE. So you can just Google Arduino and you will reach the Arduino home. Here you can download the software. So just download and install it. It's really easy, and I already have it, so I'm not going to do it again. So here is the Arduino. So you go to File and New. Okay, so I'm going to write my code here. Let me just expand this. Okay, and once you have downloaded the software, there are a few settings that you need to do. Go to Tools, and then here you need to define which Arduino you are using. So the board, you can select your board. I have selected Arduino Mega or Mega 22560. It depends on which one you are using, and then the COM port. So here it will just automatically appear. You just need to select that if in case it is not selected. Then to use the LED, I'll just quickly go to an example, and here you go to basics, or I would say digital, and blink without delay. So this is a good feature of Arduino. You have, for beginners, you'll have all the basic programs available here. This is all comments. I'll remove it, and then there is a built-in LED. So I'll show you both of these in this video. So let's say this is a built-in LED, and there's one LED which I have connected on pin 8. So I'll create another one. Const int my LED is equal to 8. So now it is defined that I have connected my LED on 8 pin. So Arduino knows that. In this part of code, I'll show you two things. One is how to use external LED, and other one is how to use the internal LED that your Arduino board has. So for internal LED, you can just say define it as LED built in. So the Arduino knows that you're talking about the internal LED. But for external, you need to tell it the pin number. So on pin number 8, I have connected my LED. That's one. LED state is a variable which we'll be using to remember what is the current state of the LED, if it is on or off. And then we'll keep it as low for now. And then these two things you need to know. This is loop, this is setup. So setup is basically it runs one time as soon as you turn on the Arduino. So whatever is written inside the setup will run one time, and whatever is written in the loop, it will keep, as the word itself suggests, it will keep on repeating again and again. So in the setup, we'll just tell the Arduino initially that we are using pin mode of this LED pin and my LED as output. So because LED is an output, so we'll just keep them as output. Come on, LED, okay, and output. There you go. And then in the loop, uh, I'm just making this program a bit easier for you, because this is a way to wait, which is ideal. But since this is a beginner video, I'll not be using this. I'll just use a easier way to wait. So here it is. So it checks if LED state is low. If LED state is low, it converts it to high, and if it is high, it converts it to low. And then we write digital write LED pin LED state. So again, this is for the internal pin, and I'll use another one for the external pin. So for my LED is, oh, come on, my LED state. So low means off basically, and high means on. So if you go through this loop again and again, you will see that initially it was low. Then if LED state is low, it turns it to on, and then if it is otherwise, if it is on, it will turn it to off. So that's what it is going to do, and then we write it to the LEDs. Now the other thing is, the loop runs so quickly that you will not be able to see if we do not provide a delay. So I'll just add a delay of, let's say, half a second. So 500 milliseconds, you provide the value in milliseconds. So 500 milliseconds means half a second. Okay. Next thing you need to do is try compiling, verify if there are no errors. Takes a bit. Okay, there is one error, and let's see what is that. Here you see this closing bracket is extra since we deleted some code. Okay. We need to save this LED blink. Save. Now we verify it. Okay, so now there are no errors, so verification is complete, and then we upload it using this right arrow, even though our Arduino is on the left. But you see, these LEDs are just blinking. That means the code is being uploaded, and it is uploaded here. And you can see this LED is blinking on and off. This is our external LED with the resistance, and this is the internal inbuilt LED which is also going on and off. So whenever you want a LED on, you just use high. I mean, you just send high to that pin, and whenever you want the LED to be off, you just send low to that pin. So now another thing is, the next thing is a buzzer. Okay, LED is done, and here is a buzzer. Okay, here is a buzzer. So this also has positive, negative, but this is a 5-volt buzzer, so I do not need the resistance in between. So I'll just LED and resistor work the same, so you can just directly replace. No need to change the code or anything. So I'll take out the LED, the resistance. Now this is positive, and the positive goes to this one, negative goes here. So I hope you can hear the beep. So this is a 5-volt buzzer, so I am just bypassing the resistance, so no need to change any code or anything. So you can see it is working directly with 5 volts, just replacing it with the buzzer, the LED. With that, we are done with the basics of the Arduino, and you can start using your Arduinos, explore a little more with the digital and analog outputs. In the next video, we are going to cover the types of motors and the proper way to connect them. Maybe it's stepper motor, servo motor, or a normal DC motor. Meanwhile, take care, keep building, and have a lot of fun. See you in the next one. Bye bye. If you like this video, please consider subscribing.
This guy's not slowing down. Yeah, that's confirmed. He's not stopping. Code 3.